We always start these shows with memorabilia. What's this high-fiving about? What's that high-fiving about? Who's doing it? Looks like Doug and Steve. It's a 1981 Dodger yearbook. Check that out. How many of you got that one? I love that. Yeah, that's an oldie but a moldie. Shows you how far back I go, and then some. Hey, I'm Randy. You know who you are. Let's get the countdown going here for a Monday afternoon edition of Let's Talk Dodgers live in YouTube. Give me an 8-count blip, please. There it is. 3, 2, 1. Hit it. All right. Play ball. High five, everybody. Yeah, it is. All right. I'm Randy. You know who you are. Come on in. Pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers. This is the best, first, and only video podcast by fans for your fans, by fans for fans of your Los Angeles Dodgers. We're going to get to the live chat in here, by the way. See? Chat. And I'm going to be chatting with people live, but only during the shout-out portion of the show, all right? So stay tuned. We'll do that a little later. So pull up a chair and let's do it. Let's talk some Dodgers. Today is the 6th day of July, and we didn't hear any fireworks. I promised you fireworks last time. We didn't have any. So let's do some now. Hope you had a bang-up 4th. I hope it was safe and sane, as they used to say in the old days. Safe and sane 4th of July. Everybody have a good time? All right. Yeah, a little different outcome on this 4th of July than the one 50 years ago that I witnessed in person. All right, enough. All right, that's enough. You have enough fireworks? We'll hear them again later. Okay. Today's the 6th day of July, 2026. The last show was on the 3rd. And in the news, it was first announced, I guess, Saturday afternoon, late Saturday, that Andy Pages, Max Muncy, Freddie Freeman, Yoshino Yamamoto, and Shohei Ohtani, that's 5, are going to be our All-Stars. But wait. We have a 6th Dodger. You know who the 6th guy is? Everybody forgets this guy. The guy that won it all last year, Dave Roberts. He's the manager. Way to go, guys. Shohei was voted the #1 guy in Phase 1 voting, and he had the most votes of anybody, and that's the first time he's ever gotten that honor, by the way. Most people don't know that. That was a trivia question of ours a while back. Anyway, Dodgers took 2 out of 3. Actually, took 3 out of 4 from the Padres over the holiday weekend. Yay, we love that. We already know about Game 1. In Game 2, Teoscar's go-ahead granny in the 7th helped the Dodgers to a 4-3 victory Friday night. And let's hear that grand slam right now, shall we? Yeah. This is neat. So Tucker got on. Bases loaded.
Let's see if they can unwrap it.
Dodgers got the gift. Let's see if they can unwrap it.
And the go-ahead run is up in the corner. Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah.
It feels like a ticking time bomb here in his first week back. Next one in the air, left center field.
Gone.
Bang! Grand slam!
High five, baby.
Time bomb because Teoscar Hernandez, you're not going to keep him down long. Only hitter in this lineup did not have a hit last night, and he'll take that to get this one.
Yeah, that's great. That was great. So we got a nice little granny out of that deal. I didn't call it, but I was thinking, he could hit one. Yeah, it was 0 for 3 at the point, so that was pretty neat. In Game 3, Yoshi Yamamoto struck out 10 in 7 innings. Freddie Freeman homered as the Dodgers beat the Pods on Saturday, July 4th, 3-0. I'll drink to that because 50 years ago they lost to the Padres, as I told you in the last show. So it was nice of them to win one on the 4th of July on the 250th anniversary of our country's birth. So I salute the Dodgers on that. That was great. Good win on Saturday. On Sunday, Manny Machado hit a 3-run dinger, and the Padres snapped their 8-game losing streak, beat the Dodgers 5-2 yesterday on Sunday over NBC. Any opinions on the way NBC handled the broadcast? Anybody around last time NBC had the broadcast in the late 80s, early 90s? What was it, 1999 was their last one? Well, let's see. They don't have Vince Scully anymore. He wasn't there. Bob Costas didn't do it. So I think their broadcasting was a little weak, although I like Oral. Did you like Oral? Yeah, me too. I'm sure they have different broadcast teams doing different broadcasts, but for a holiday weekend, yeah, I think they could have gotten better guys. Their guys are okay. Their coverage was fine. I have no qualms about it. But Oral was good, I'll say that. The rest of the guys, I mean, they had Jake Peavy. He's okay. CC Sabathia, I don't know if he's that great. Peavy's pretty good. You see him on MLB Network. He's not bad. So I think they got to up their game for a lead announcer. That's what I think for NBC. I think we have maybe one more game on NBC this year, and that might be it. Maybe that's it. I don't know. All right, the team is now 59-32, 14 games ahead of Arizona and San Diego, who are tied, and 21 over San Francisco. 22 games ahead of Colorado, whom we're playing starting tonight. That's crazy. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. Injury report. Here's the latest updates. These are all updated, I guess, yesterday. Remember Tommy Edman? He was hit by a pitch on his right foot or ankle the other day. He was scratched from the lineup July 5th, one day after taking a hit by pitch to the right foot, on his ankle. The Dodgers felt it would be best to give him an extra day rest, so they did. He should be back in the lineup maybe today, I hope. He's playing. Anyway, right-hander Edwin Diaz, remember him and his loose bodies and his right elbow, had surgery. They say late July is when he's coming back. He threw live batting practice for the first time yesterday. His next step is to take a rehab assignment. So we'll see where he does that, and he should be up pretty soon. And how about right-hander Evan Phillips? Remember him? He's recovering from Tommy John surgery. He's expected back today, which is great, July 6th. He completed his rehab assignment with AAA Oklahoma City. He's expected to be activated today. Good news for the bullpen. Another guy, another arm in there. That's great. And last but not least, Kike Hernandez. I know everybody's been asking about Kike, right? Yeah. Well, he and his left oblique, that's always a hard one, but they've been keeping him on the shelf for a reason. Cool off, keep him cool. He took a live at bat against Edwin Diaz yesterday for the first time since straining his oblique. He's expected back in late July. No rush. Let the guy have till August, man. We don't need the guy to the World Series anyway. No, he should be back in a couple of weeks. That'll be good. You know why? Because not only do we need him for the playoffs, we need him to get fannies in the seats, right? Everybody likes to go see Kike. He's great. All right, let's do some fun stuff. It's always fun because it's a podcast for crying out loud. Today we got some shout-outs. Ooh, do we have shout-outs? There's a lot of different people here. I've never seen these before. Who put these in here? Anyway, today we have Don H., Scott K., Scott L., Mandy M., Jim I., Lucy P., Patricia D., Javier C., Pablo V., Leo P., Paul D., Lynn T., Lisa C., Rodrigo E., Mary C., Roger E., and you and me, and Fox Jabri, and Fox Kali, because he is El Zorro. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Dodgers. Tell your Dodger-loving friends, too, where we are. Tell them to like us on Facebook. Tell them to go hit the subscribe button in YouTube. We're always talking Dodgers in here. Go Blue. Welcome aboard all the newbies. Can I hear it one more time for the newbies? Thanks for being here. Tell all your moms and pops and cousins and friends who are, anybody know what's a Dodger fan? Everybody. How about all you in the Bay Area who are watching me, who are Bay Area Dodgers? Yes, there is such a group. You go look up on Facebook. The Bay Area Dodgers. One shout out for all of them. I love those guys. Tell all your other friends up there in the Bay Area where the Dodgers have lots of fans that we're here, okay? Also, if you have fan mail, you can toss it in our Facebook page, or you can write to letstalkdodgers@gmail.com, or for the first time in 20 seasons, you can write to us in the comments section of these YouTube videos, even this one. In fact, we're going to check, see if anybody is hitting us right now because I'm not looking at the screen. So let's see what we got. During the shout-outs of each show, we're going to look at the comments. Anybody commenting here? I don't see it yet. Nobody here? Anybody here? I don't see it. All right. Well, we'll get back to that. Maybe we'll look at the end of the show too. But I do look at the comments in the studio version of this when we're doing it live. So if any of you are live, speak up, and I'll check you out later. All right. The state Dodger history. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. On this date, July 6th in 2000, not too long ago. Well, for some of us. For some of you, it's your whole life. For me, it's just 25, 26 years ago. On this date, July 6, 2000, Vin Scully, who was at the time 72 years old, or years young, was voted the #1 sportscaster of the 20th century by members of the American Sportscasters Association. That's a nationwide association. The Dodger veteran broadcaster's then 51-year career had included play-by-play of 25 fall classics and a dozen All-Star games, among many other sporting events. You all will recall he retired after his 67th season of broadcasting Dodger baseball.
Oh my gosh.
That's right, Vinny. 67 of them. He's gone now, of course, but he broadcast 67 years in Dodger baseball. And guess what? At the time, that was about, I think it was about, if I'm not wrong, about 56 or 58% of all the games that ever been played in Dodger franchise history. That's pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
You're darn tootin'. All right. Stats of the day, that's one of them. Stats of the day, having those 5 Dodgers selected to this year's All-Star game marks the first time since 1980 that the Dodgers have had 4 starters or more in the All-Star game. Why was it 1980? Because that's when they hosted, first time they hosted it in Dodger Stadium. They did host it in the Coliseum one year of 2, and then they also hosted in Dodger Stadium in 1980. And that was the only time until a couple of years ago. So that was pretty cool. Their 5 All-Star selections this year ties Atlanta and Philadelphia for the most in the majors. How about that? I like that one. Also, this is big. They're talking about it, but there's a reason they're talking about this one, because this goes back a long ways into my youth almost. Max Muncy is the first Dodger to start the All-Star game at third base since Ron Cey in 1977. That's 49 years ago. That's a long time, man. We haven't had a third baseman since until Max. So way to go. I salute you, Max Muncy, being the first third baseman to start for the Dodgers in the All-Star game since Ron Cey in 77. That's crazy. All right. Also, here's one for you. Though the Dodger pitcher Justin Robleski is 10-2 with a 2.80 ERA, he was not named to the All-Star game. He could play as a possible injury replacement. So look out. There could be a couple guys either on the injured list who are elected to the All-Star team and can't make it, or somebody else who elects not to. Robo is in the mix here, boys and girls. He may be on there. And with a 10-2 record, shouldn't he be? In the old days when I was a little boy, 100,000 million years ago, if you had a 10-win season going by All-Star break, baby, you were in the All-Star game. Why? There weren't that many. There's like a handful of 10-game winners. So these days there's less because we don't get 10 and 20-game winners all the time anymore. All right. And speaking of the said All-Star game, the aforementioned All-Star game, it will be played July 14th at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. All right? Should be watching that. Okay, speaking of stats of the day, here's some more of them not related to the All-Star game. Jack in the Box Jumbo Jack watch. We haven't done one in a little while. 7 Ks by our pitching staff get you 1 free Jumbo Jack the next day. Right now, the team has done this. That means they've gotten in 72 out of their 91 games they've played, they've gotten at least 7 or more strikeouts. That's 79% of the time, which means 79% of the games this year. You could walk into your neighborhood Jack in the Box in LA or Ventura counties, order a large drink, and be given a Jumbo Jack for free with anything you want on it. Your way, whatever you like. So that's pretty cool. More free Jumbo Jacks with the purchase of a large drink. Thanks, Jack, and thanks, Dodger pitching staff, for all the great food. And all you have to say is, give me the Dodger deal the day after 7 or more strikeouts, and you get it. So there you go. All right, we got some quick hit trivia for this time. Speaking of All-Star games, I saw – now, I'm not cheating here, but I saw this one today on MLB Network at noon. So if you saw it too, well, you're exempt from this trivia question. I thought it was a good one because it involved a Dodger. So there's your hint. Who was the MVP of the All-Star game the very last time the game itself was played in Philadelphia? I'm not telling you the year it was played. That would give it away. I'll tell you one thing. I'll hint. It was a Dodger. Who was the MVP of the All-Star game the last time the All-Star game was played in Philadelphia? Hint, it was a Dodger. No multiple choice this time. You're on your own. We'll give you the answer in just a few minutes. All right, let's get you out of the ballpark. Playing tonight, no days off for the boys in blue yet. Not yet. Let's get you out of the ballpark. The Rocks come to town. The Rock Show comes to town tonight. And then Colorado. Man, this is Get Fat Week. Because if you can't beat the bad teams, what are you doing, you know? All right, tonight it's going to be Eric Lauer and his 4-5 record. He's a 4.84 ERA. That's going down tonight, I predict. He's going up against Kyle Freeland, who's 2-7 with a 7.25 ERA. All 3 games this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, are 7-10ers. 7-10 on Sportsnet LA. Tuesday, 7-7. Tomorrow, Justin Robleski. Like I said, he's 10-2 with a 2.80 ERA. That's phenomenal. Michael Lorenzen is who he's going to go up against, 3-9 with a 6.91 ERA. It's a 7:10 game, also Sportsnet LA. And then on Wednesday, 7-8, Roki Sasaki and his 3-5 record. We got to get him a win. And a 5.40 ERA. He did it to himself. He's going against Ryan Feltner, who's 3-2 with a 4.27 ERA. All three games with these guys are going to be, all three games with the Rocks are on Sportsnet LA at 7:10, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Got it? Okay. And then the D-bags come in. That's right. D-bags come in, and that leads us up to the All-Star break. So it's Colorado, and then we're playing teams we should be beating. In fact, as I heard it a couple of weeks ago, I think it's still true. Only the Dodgers in the NL West have a positive run differential. Everybody else has negative. Just saying. All right, let's give you the quick hit trivia answer this week of this show. A few moments ago, we asked you who was the MVP of the All-Star game the last time the All-Star game was played in Philadelphia. And your hint was it was a Dodger. No multiple choice. Anybody get it? Well, first of all, let's determine when was the last time the All-Star game was played in Philadelphia. Does anybody know that? Well, I'll tell you, it was 1996. And the answer to the question was Mike Piazza. Right, because he was the guy catching for the National League, and he was the only Dodger on the team that year, as I recall. And it was another quick trivia piece about that game in 1996. Not only was Mike Piazza the All-Star MVP, but this is the only All-Star game in which not a single pitcher walked a batter. That's pretty wild. And appropriately, Braves closer at the time, Mark Wohlers, was the final pitcher of the game. So that's pretty cool. And, of course, that was the last time for a long time that the National League won a game in 96. They didn't win it again until 2010. So way to go, National League. We want the National League to win. And you know what? With all those Dodgers this time, they just might do it. All right, other cool stuff. Don't forget, I tend to leave some pretty cool Dodger content about the team on our Facebook page from time to time, usually during days off. So check back often. Mostly on days off. We'll do more of that during the All-Star break next week. So stay tuned for that when there's some off days and stuff. And we're going to talk with you again very soon. Anybody? Let's see. Let's check one more time, see if anybody's watching live. Doesn't look like anybody's in there. Okay. See you soon again. Anybody like this when it's live? You know what I noticed when we do this show live? YouTube makes the colors pop out a little better. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. All right. That's going to do it. I'm Randy New York. Come on back next time. Yeah. Have a bang-up time the rest of July. And we'll talk to you soon. Come on back, pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers. All right? See you next time. Go Blue. Let's beat those Rocks. See you, everybody. Bye-bye.